Whenever we make use of this word marketing and selling, we just use them interchangeably. But then there are a lot of difference between what is marketing and what is selling. The salesman will have a face-to-face interaction with the consumer, and as a result of which we say that personal selling is a personal form of communication. Whenever we speak about selling, it is just a part of the wider term. So what is the wider term here? The wider term here is marketing. Hello everyone, I am Purnima, faculty in the Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, Temple of Excellence. In this session 5 on marketing, I will be discussing about sales promotion and also the various aspects of sales promotion. Now, let us understand what is the meaning of the word sales promotion. Now, sales promotion refers to short-term incentives which are designed to encourage the buyers to make immediate purchase of a product or service. Now, what do we understand by the word sales promotion? It is one of the promotional tools of marketing. So, in order to see that there are more sales or there is more demand for the product, we make use of this sales promotion tools. Now, let us understand what is the meaning of this word sales promotion. So, it is a short-term incentive. So, these are short-term incentives which are offered to the customers to see that there is a promotion or in sales or there is an increase in sales. So, this is designed to encourage buyers to make immediate purchase of a product or a service. So, it is usually done at the point of sale. Like whenever the customer visits the shop, then he will be offered this sales promotion techniques, or these sales promotion tools will be used to increase the sales of that product. Now, sales promotion is usually undertaken to supplement other promotional efforts such as advertising and personal selling. Now, in addition to advertising and personal selling, they will be using this sales promotions. Then, it includes those activities that are used to provide short-term incentives to boost the sales of a firm. So, whatever they offer as a sales promotion, it will be a short-term incentive. Like they may be offering immediate cash discounts, or they may be arranging contests or something like that, so that there is a boost in the sales of that particular product. Now, this sales promotion techniques are used usually to clear off the excess inventory which is in the organization, or they will be doing this by offering massive cash discounts or by organizing contests or scratch cards. So, in this way, they try to attract the customers, and through that they boost the sales of the particular shop or the organization. Now, let us understand what are the merits of sales promotion. Now, first a merit of sales promotion is attention value. Now, what do we mean by attention value? So, with the help of this sales promotion, that particular organization or vendor, he will be able to attract the attention of the customers. Now, how does he attract the attention of the customers? By giving them offer various types of offers, like he may offer them massive cash discounts, or he may give them like a gift to whoever enters the shop, or he may give them immediate lucky draws. So something like that, so that there is a boost in the sales and the customer footfalls to the shop increase. So in this way, he is trying to grab the attention of the customer. So these sales promotion tools are for a very short term incentives which are used to boost the sales of the product. Then second one is useful in new product launch. Now, these sales promotions are used for new product launch. Whenever a new product is in the market, so the customer does not know how it is or how to make use of it, then in such a situation, this sales promotion tools will be used to see that there is a launch of a new product in the market. So whenever they launch the new product, they may offer, if it is something like, if it is an eatable or something like that, samples of it will be distributed, or if it is a consumer durable, they will be distributing brochures on that particular product. So in this way, they are trying to create more awareness about the product and to see that the customer is getting interested in the product. And in addition to that, they may also collect feedback about the product from the customers who are present in the shop. So this kind of sales promotions are used whenever there is a new product launch. They may organize a contest like writing a slogan for the product or something like that. So in this way, whoever gives the best slogan, he or she may be offered a prize, like going abroad on a trip, something like that. So these sales promotion techniques are useful at the time of introduction of the new product to see that the customers break away from their old product and get introduced to the new product. Then third one is synergy in total promotional efforts. Now, what do we mean by synergy in total promotional efforts? Now, this synergy in total promotional efforts means it adds to the efforts of advertisement and personal selling. So, in addition to advertisement and personal selling, if we can have the sales promotional tools, so it will give more effectiveness to the promotional activities. So, in this way, we can see that sales promotional tools are helpful in boosting the sales of the product. Now, let us discuss the limitations of sales promotion. Now, the first limitation of sales promotion is it spoils the product image. How can sales promotion spoil this product image? Suppose the organization is using the sales promotion to a very large extent, or if they are relying excessively on sales promotion to boost their sales, then the customers may feel that there are no takers for the product. So, as a result of which, they are using too much of sales promotion efforts to boost the sales. So, this may in turn cause damage to the product, or the product image will be destroyed if you use the sales promotion efforts excessively. Then, the second important limitation of the sales promotion is it reflects crisis. Now, what do we mean by reflecting crisis? The second limitation of sales promotion is it may give an impression to the customer that the firm is using sales promotion techniques to boost its sales. Otherwise, there will be no takers for the product. So, these are the two important limitations of this sales promotion. Now, let us look into what are the various commonly used sales promotion activities. Now, the first one is rebate. Now, what do we mean by rebate? Rebate is you are giving something in return for the sales. Like, for example, a car manufacturer is giving a cash discount of 10,000 for a limited period. So, this is done as a short-term incentive to attract the customers. Then, second one is discount. Now, what do we mean by discount? So, this is offering the goods at a price which is below the list price. So, whatever price is on the bill, so the goods will be sold at a price lesser than what is in the marked price of the good. So, this is what we call as discount. So, goods worth rupees 300 are sold at rupees 250 or 200 rupees. So, that is what we call by discount. Then, the next sales promotion technique is refunds. Now, these refunds are an important sales promotional technique to ensure that people are buying our products. Now, how do we do refunds? Like, if you produce the wrapper of a chocolate paper or a biscuit paper, then you are giving them refunds. The next sales promotion activity used is product combinations. Now, whenever we purchase one product, suppose we purchase a bag of atta, then we get a soap free, or you purchase a packet of gulab jamun and you get a glass bowl free. So, we are offering one product for the sale of an other product. So, these we call it as product combinations. Then, next one is the quantity gift. Now, what do we mean by quantity gift? So, we are offering something extra here. So, whenever we just purchase a packet of toothpaste or a shaving cream, it will be mentioned free 20% extra, free 25% extra, 50% extra. So, this quantity gift of giving something extra, so that is also one kind of sales promotion activity. Then, next one is instant draws and assigned gift, for example. The sixth promotional activity is instant draws and assigned gifts. Now, what do we mean by instant draws and assigned gifts? So, when you go to purchase a particular product, you just get a scratch card along with it, and you just scratch the card, and then you have a gift which is mentioned in the card. So, now this type of sales promotional activities are done to see that the customers come to the firm and see the products which are arranged there. Then next one is the lucky draw. This is the most common type of sales promotion technique used by almost all the manufacturers and the firms during the festive season. So whenever you go to purchase a product or you purchase a dress or anything, so goods worth above rupees 3,000 or 5,000, then you will be entitled for some coupons, and these coupons will be having this lucky draws. Usually during the festive season, most of the firms undertake this kind of sales promotional activity. Then next one is usable benefit. Now, what do we mean by usable benefit? Suppose you are purchasing some dress or an apparel from a shop, then you get a coupon where you will be getting some 50 rupees discount in a petrol pump, or you may use that coupon in a Pizza Hut or something like that. So these kind of usable benefits or coupons are also used to attract people to buy the product. Then next one is full finance at 0%. Now, what do we mean by full finance at 0%? Nowadays, most of the consumer durables have financiers. So whatever you want, you can buy, and the finance will be arranged almost immediately then and there itself in the shop itself. Now they are offering the customers full finance at 0% interest. Now, what is this 0% interest? The consumer should be knowing that this 0% interest is nothing but they just charge it as processing charges, and they will be charging from the customers the interest which is covered up as processing charges. So whenever we are making use of this finance, we should be able to understand what is the criteria there. So they may be covering up the interest and they will be showing it as processing charges for the finance they have provided to the customers. Then the 10th one is sampling. So sampling of products, this is usually done whenever a new product is being launched in the market. So they just distribute free samples to the customers so that they make use of the sample, and if they are fully satisfied with it, they'll just come back for a repeat purchase. Then next one is contest. Now these contests are used like the firm may hold some competitive events like solving a puzzle or a quiz, and through that the winners will be able to win a prize in the for themselves. So these are the various sales promotional tools which are being offered to the public. Now, the next important promotional activity is public relations. Now, public relations involve a variety of programs designed to promote or protect a company's image, its individual products in the eyes of the public. Now, what do we mean by public relations? It involves a variety of programs designed to promote and protect a company's image. So, a company's image, how to build a company's image, so it has to be protected, and all this will be taken care of by this public relations. So, they try to build the company's image and also the company's products, and to see that they have a good picture in the eyes of the public. The main task is to disseminate information and build goodwill about the business. So whatever they have to tell about the company, they will be telling it through this public relations department, and then through this they will be trying to create goodwill among the public about the business. So concrete steps are to be taken to monitor the attitude of the general public to generate positive publicity. So this any company for that matter, it has to take positive steps. It has to see that there is a positive image about the company in the eyes of the public, because the image itself is a promotional factor for the company. So if the company is projected as a very good company which is engaged in lot of social responsibility activities, then people will come forward and buy the products. But if the company has a negative image, and however good the product may be, people may not buy such products. So it is important for the company to see that these products, the company's image is well protected, and whatever stories the company has to tell, it has to tell it through this public relations department. Otherwise, the news media or the other media, they may just try to get stories about the company through various other sources, which may be damaging the image of the company. So it is the responsibility of the public relations department to see that the company's image is well protected. Then they also advise top management to certain programs which will add to the public image and ensure that negative publicity does not take place at all. Now, this public relations department, they should ensure that the top management will do certain programs. So with the help of which they will see that they build the image of the company in the eyes of the public. Next, let us see what is the role of public relations. So public relations, it's an important tool in the hands of the marketing department which can be used to the advantage of the businessman. Now, this is an important tool and it should be used for the advantage of the business. Now, what are the various functions done by this public relations department? Now, the first one is product publicity. Now, what do we mean by product publicity? So, whenever a product is being manufactured by the company, it has to be offered for sale. Now, before it has to be offered for sale, the company will create a story about the product and it will just release it in the press. Now, whenever any news about the product is being told in the news channel itself, it creates an excitement in the consumer and he may be attracted to buy the product. So, this is what we call it as product publicity. And when the news of the product comes in the news channel itself, they feel that that product is very, very genuine and they come forward to buy the product. Then next one is press relations. Now, in this press relations, whenever there is any stories relating to the company, it has to come through the public relations department itself. They take a lot of care to see that the stories which are coming and whatever the stories are coming, they are positive for the company. They build up the image of the company in a very positive manner, and in this way they try to protect the image of the company. And if the stories of the companies are leaked to the press, to other sources, it may harm the image of the company. Then next one is corporate communication. Now, what do we mean by corporate communication? The company has to communicate with the public relating to its affairs. So whatever is going on in the company or the organization, it will have to communicate to the public. So it will be with the help of publishing its balance sheet, that is the financial statements, or the news agenda, or the company CEO or the chairman, he may give an interview on the news channels. So in this way, they try to see that the company is in news. So whenever the boss of a company or a CEO of a company is speaking to a TV channel about his company, then it will create a publicity image for the company, and as such it will enhance the image. So whatever views he will be sharing on the TV channel, so that should be highly, he should be very, very careful about whatever he is speaking to the public through these TV channels. He may be also answering the queries of the media, and all this will go a long run in enhancing the public image of that particular company. Now, the next function of public relation is lobbying. Now, what do we mean by lobbying? In lobbying, we should understand that the company has to deal with lot of government officials. So, whenever they are dealing with government officials, they have to be very, very careful about the various laws being implemented. So whatever the policies the government formulates, that should not go against the interest of the company. So they try to maintain a very cordial relationship between the government officials to see that their policies are not against the company's activities. So this kind of lobbying is used. Then the fifth kind of public relation is counseling. The public relations department, it can always counsel the top management on certain issues which are affecting the general public. It may be issues on wildlife, or it may be issues on about pollution, environmental pollution, or save the tiger, save the earth. So there are certain issues of the public which the corporate sector can take up and ensure that we live in a safer world. So this kind of counseling is done. Now, what are the various steps to which we can do this counseling? First one is building awareness. Now, in this building awareness, the public relations department will create a story or dramatize a product, and it will just project it in the media. This type of dramatization will create excitement among the public, and this will create a favorable environment for the launch of a new product. Then, next one is building credibility. Now, if the news about a product comes in the print media, or if it is being told in the news channel, then people will know that this, people come to a conclusion that this product is being very, very genuine, and that is why it is being told on the news channel, and they just come forward to buy the product. Then, third one is it stimulates sales force. Now, whenever the news about a product is being aired in the news channel, then it creates excitement in the consumers as well as the dealers and all the other authorized agents of that particular product. They feel that it is easier to sell those products which come on the news channel than which are not very, very well advertised. Hence, it will be easy for the dealers as well as the other agents to sell the products, and as a result of which it will stimulate the sales force. Then the last role of public relation is it lowers promotion cost. Now, how does it lower promotion cost? So whenever we are just offering the products through publicity or through the public relations department, so it will go a long way in creating the image of the company. So when we have a favorable image of the company, the products will be automatically and easily sold, and it will be accepted by the public. So a lot of interpersonal skills and communicational skills are to be utilized by the public relations department to enhance and protect the image of that particular organization. So all these are done to see that there is maximum sales of the product. Now, let us look into the major differences between advertisement and personal selling. Now, in advertisement, it is an impersonal form of communication. Why? Why do we call advertisement as an impersonal form of communication? Because advertisement is always done through the mass media. So, it may be the newspapers, television, internet, or in any other way you will be receiving these advertisements. But whereas in personal selling, it is a personal form of communication. So, the salesman will have a face-to-face interaction with the consumer, and as a result of which we say that personal selling is a personal form of communication. Then advertising involves transmission of standardized messages, that is, some message is sent to all the customers in a market segment. So, in advertisement, we can reach the message to all segments of the customer market. But in personal selling, the sales talk is adjusted keeping in view the customer's background and needs. So, whenever the salesman is engaged in a conversation with the customer, he will collect some personal details about the customer, and then based on which he will be giving his sales talk. Then next one is advertising is inflexible as the message cannot be adjusted to the needs of the buyer. So once the advertisement copy is ready, it will be sent to the media, and where it will be relayed in all sorts of medias. So it cannot be it is inflexible. But then personal selling is highly flexible as the message can be adjusted. So the message can be adjusted very easily in personal selling. Then advertisement, it reaches masses, that is, a large number of people can be approached. So through advertisement, you can reach millions of people in one stroke, but whereas in personal selling, only a limited number of people can be approached here. Then in advertising, the cost per person reached is very low, but here in personal selling, the cost per person will be very high. Then next, let us see the differences between advertisement and personal selling. Here, advertisement can cover the market in a short time. So, the entire market can be covered within a short time. Whereas, in personal selling, it takes a lot of time to cover the entire market. Then, next, advertisement makes use of mass media like radio, television, newspaper, and magazines, whereas in personal selling, it makes use of sales staff only, and which has limited reach. Now, in advertisement, we will be using various types of media, whereas in personal selling, only the sales staff, through his sales talk, he will be giving the advertisement to the public. Then, advertisement lacks direct feedback. So, market research efforts are needed to judge the customer's reaction to advertisement. So, in advertisement, we just send the message to all the people, but then we cannot just collect the feedback from the customers. But whereas in personal selling, it provides direct and immediate feedback. Salespersons come to know about the customer's reactions immediately. So, in personal selling, we can almost know how the customer is. So, what is his reaction? So, everything can be known immediately in personal selling, whereas in advertisement, we do not have such kind of a facility. Then, advertisement is more useful in creating and building interest of the consumers in the firm's products. So, whenever there is an advertisement about a product in the mass media, people automatically get interested towards it, and they just come forward to buy the product. But in personal selling, it makes an important role at the awareness stage of decision making. So, at the point of sale, whenever the customers come to buy the product, so there the personal selling will be very useful to the firm. So, depending on how the salesman will use his sales talk to influence the person to buy the product, so that becomes very important here. So, at the decision making stage, personal selling will come in very handy for the firm. Then, advertisement is more useful in marketing to ultimate consumers, who are large in numbers. So advertisement is useful for the ultimate consumers. Personal selling is more helpful in selling products to the industrial buyers or to intermediaries such as dealers and retailers who are relatively few in numbers. So whenever you have some industrial products which have to be sold to industrial buyers, or you have to just sell the products to the agents or wholesalers, then personal selling will be more useful. But then advertisement is useful for those products which are fast moving, or the convenience products which are used by millions of people all over the world. So these are the differences between advertisement and personal selling. Now let us look into what is the differences between marketing and selling. Whenever we make use of this word marketing and selling, we just use them interchangeably. But then there are a lot of difference between what is marketing and what is selling. Now let us understand what is the differences between marketing and selling. In short, marketing involves a whole range of activities relating to planning, pricing, promoting and distributing the products that satisfy customers' needs. Now, whenever we speak of marketing, it involves lots of activities. Now, what are the activities related to marketing? It may be planning of the product, pricing of the product, promoting and distributing the products so that they satisfy the customer's needs. So that is the main intention of marketing. The function of selling is restricted to promotion of goods and services through salesmanship, advertisement, publicity and short-term incentives, so that the title of product is transferred from the seller to the buyer, or in other words, the product is converted into cash. Now, in marketing, we have a whole range of activities which are designed to see that there is satisfaction of customers' needs. But then in selling, there is nothing like that. There is just promotion of goods, and we also ensure in selling that goods are sold in maximum numbers so that it increases the profits of the company. So we should understand that there is a lot of difference between marketing and selling. So in selling, we see that there are short-term incentives, and through which we will be trying to attract more sales of that particular product. Then next major differences between marketing and selling is it is a part of the process, and whereas this is a wider term. So what is a part of the process? Selling is only a part of the process of marketing and is concerned with promoting and transferring of possession and ownership of goods from the seller to the buyer. So whenever we speak about selling, it is just a part of the wider term. So what is the wider term here? The wider term here is marketing. So in marketing, we have planning, pricing, we have also promoting and distribution of goods and services. But in selling, there is just transfer of ownership. There is just transfer of sales, or you just exchange the goods for money. So this is what happens in selling. But whereas in marketing, it involves lot of activities to see that there we have a satisfied customer. So the major differences between marketing and selling are, selling is a part of the process, whereas the entire process is marketing itself. Then the second difference between marketing and selling is transfer of title versus satisfying of needs. So as I had explained earlier, the marketing involves satisfaction of needs of the customer. So in marketing, we will be undertaking marketing research to know what is the customer's tastes and preferences, and based on that, the new products will be developed and launched in the market. So once you know that the new product is is able to satisfy the customer's needs, then we can ensure that the product is a success. But then when in selling, it is just a transfer of title. So when in selling, you will be just transferring the title, that is the ownership of goods will pass on from the owner to the buyer of the product. So the main focus of selling is affecting the transfer of title and possession of goods from the seller to the consumers or users, whereas in marketing there is a satisfaction of customers' needs. So they try to see that the customers' needs are fully satisfied, and they do all those activities in order to build products which satisfy the customers' needs. Then the next differences between marketing and selling is, here we have profit through maximizing sales, whereas here, that is in marketing, we have customer satisfaction, and here it is in selling. So all selling activities are directed at maximizing sales and thereby the profits of the firm. In other words, the emphasis is on profit maximization through maximization of sales. So in selling, we should understand that there will be earning more profit when they have maximum sales of the product. But when there is no maximum sales, then the profits also will come down. But then in marketing, we should understand that it is concerned with customer satisfaction and thereby increasing the profit in the long run. So in marketing, there is we should ensure customer satisfaction, as a result of which the product will remain in the market for a very long period. Then the next differences between marketing and selling is the start and end of activities. Now let us see what we mean by start and end of activities. Now the selling activities start after the product has been developed, whereas marketing activities start before the product has been developed. Now selling means it is the end of marketing activity, but marketing is the beginning of the selling activity. So what do we mean by this? So in marketing, before we just launch a product or before we develop a new product, we try to analyze the customer's tastes and preferences, and then we develop the product. But in selling, we don't have that. So whatever product has already been developed by the marketing department, they will be just selling the product. So selling is the end product of this marketing activity. Then, so we should understand that marketing is the beginning and selling is the end of marketing. Then next, let us see what is the difference in emphasis. In selling, the emphasis on bending the customer according to the product, while in marketing, the attempt is to develop the product and other strategy as per the customer's needs. Now, here we should understand that in selling, we just see that the customer is convinced to buy the product, whereas in marketing, we ensure that the customer satisfaction is there because he makes use of the product. So the product has been developed based on the customer's needs and preferences, as a result of which he will be buying the product in marketing. Whereas in selling, we have already created the product. Now we are trying to attract the customer to buy the product. So the emphasis is more on sales here, whereas in marketing, the emphasis is more on customer satisfaction. Then next, the difference in strategies. Selling involves efforts like promotion and persuasion, while marketing uses integrated marketing efforts involving strategies in respect of product, promotion, pricing and physical distribution. So the difference in strategies. Now what are the differences here? So in selling, we give more focus on promotion and persuasion. So whenever you have to sell, you have already manufactured the product. Now the only thing is you have to sell the product. Now what do? So we try to promote the product, we try to persuade the people to buy the product. So that is in selling. Whereas in marketing, we have lot of integrated efforts. Like we have to decide about the marketing mix. So what goes into the product design, the product style, and the product mix. And then what goes into the pricing of the product, then what goes into the promotional tool, and also the physical distribution. So all these things will have to be thought of when we do marketing, whereas in selling, it is just promotion and persuasion. So with this, we have come to this end of this session. Hope you have all understood this session. Thank you.